What's happening, everybody? Joe for the Joe Wentz Project. How are you doing? How are you doing? Doing pretty good. It's Thursday. It's probably about maybe 3:30 p.m. And I'm waiting to find out when my load's going to be ready so then I can go ahead and head to work. I just called about 15 minutes ago. They said it wasn't ready yet. So I'm going to wait till about, 4, call back and see if it's ready. That way I can go ahead and go. But anyway, yeah, man. Late night last night, got home, got some sleep. And it's all good, man. We got some rest. And I was talking to my son earlier, and if you follow these vlogs, or this channel, I should say, I said once before that every once in a while, my son and I will trade guitars. We haven't done that in quite some time. And he had a guitar that was originally mine to begin with, and then I traded it to him for a guitar that he had, and we would always kind of go back and forth. Well, I talked to him today and asked him if he'd like to trade. He said, yeah. And so I finally got this beauty back. It's the Zakk Wylde Epiphone Les Paul. And, oh man, it's a fantastic guitar, man. It's loaded with the EMGs. It is phenomenal, man. Phenomenal guitar. It's heavy, but it's a great guitar, man. And, they don't make these anymore. I'm sure you can find them on eBay all day long, but I always really love this guitar. And I like that he sanded the finish on the back, so it makes it real smooth to play. It's a great guitar, man. I'm very happy to have it back in the collection, or the arsenal. And it's just great guitar, man. I remember when I got this, and got the a Gator hardshell case with it. I had to buy it separately, but I wanted a case, so I traded him my Joe Satriani signature series, and that white Ibanez that I bought at Guitar Center probably close to a year ago. There's a video of that on my channel if you go back, and I think it's called New Guitar Day, which I have a couple of those on here. And my son was with me when I got that Ibanez. So I said, would you be willing to trade the Satriani model and that white Ibanez for the Zakk? And he said, okay. And I've tried trading with him before to get this back, and he was reluctant. And I said, okay, he's a grown man now, so, but, yeah, he said, yeah, this time. So, he got 2 guitars for the one, which is fine. It don't bother me, man. And, it's something that my son and I have done for years. We've traded guitars back and forth. And when he first started, getting into guitar playing years ago, and he wanted a guitar, I would give him some of mine because I remember what it was like to, when you're young like that, buying a guitar is a pretty big expense. It's like, man, he didn't have the money for that. So if I got a guitar or something, I'd give him a guitar, and then over the years, I'd give him some more. And, also, if you go back on my channel, there's a couple of videos where I've jammed with my son in his music room, and he's got guitars all over the wall, and it's really cool. He's got a nice collection. Now he's got 2 more to add, But I'm really happy to have this back, Zakk Wylde Epiphone Les Paul Custom, and yes, so it's like a tank, man. Very happy to have this back because I think Zakk has got his own deal now with Wild Audio and doesn't he have something going on with Schecter guitars? He's got his own thing with that too, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So yeah. So here comes a clip. Excuse me. Here comes a clip of me playing this beauty through my setup here, and check it out. Hope you like that. And yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. It's been a long time. I'm glad to have you back. Glad to have you back, old bullseye. So yeah, check out this clip, man, and we'll be right back. And I want to, on this next segment, I'm going to show you some of my favorite albums that I like. Actually, they're CDs, but they're still albums, CD albums. Some of my favorite albums that I really like. And we'll be right back after this clip. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Hang on. All right, and welcome back. And yeah, that guitar plays great, man. It feels great. Whew, it's nice, man. So I guess really this is like a new guitar day again, and it didn't cost me any money. That's the best way to go, ain't it? Here's some of my favorite albums. Now these are just seven. I have a lot more favorites, but just for time's sake, I grabbed these right here that I really enjoy. And it's kind of a little bit of a broad spectrum, but it's just what I like. Um, Before I show this first one, my newest audiobook is a book about Prince. It just came out this year, and I'm listening to that, and it's very good. It's by this guy that was a huge fan of Prince, and it's got a lot of cool information about it, And I should wrap that up probably today or tomorrow. It's an audiobook from Audible. If you haven't checked out Audible, man, check them out. Get you an audiobook. Get you a 30-day free trial. Get a free audiobook. And if you want to cancel it, cancel it. If you want to stick with them, stick with them. I'm not promoted by Audible or nothing like that, sponsored. That's just something that I enjoy. The first album that I really like, I really love, Prince, Around the World in a Day. I've always enjoyed this album. I really have. It's just an awesome album, man. Of course, this is after Purple Rain. This is what came out, and you had Raspberry Beret and Pop Life. That was a big thing. And then Paisley Park. I love that album as well. The Ladder. It's got some great songs on it. But it wasn't too much longer after this. He let go of Wendy and Lisa, because he was starting to get some new members in his band. And then before long, he called it the New Power Generation, It is a great album, though. If you've never checked that out, it's an awesome album. My second album here that I got that I love is Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood. I mean, my God, Pride and Joy, Testify, Rude Mood, I'm Crying, and then, of course, Lenny. Oh, man. Now, what can you say? I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan, man, just phenomenal. I mean, he blows my freaking mind. I just wish I could play like that. I really do. Now, to some people, this might be an off-the-wall choice for this particular group, but I love this album. Diver Down by Van Halen, and I think this was one of the least favorable albums that Eddie talked about because it had, I think half of them were covers. But I love the album. I love the revamp of Old Pretty Woman. When I first heard that on the radio, I was like, oh my God. I thought it was cool. Hang 'em High. I love Hang 'em High. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? It's an amazing song. Little Guitars, of course. Dancing in the Street, I wasn't really crazy about, but the rest of the album I love, And of course, when they did Happy Trails, the a cappella version, I thought that was funny. I thought that was wild. And of course, I have to bring this one up. Axis Bold as Love, Hendrix. I mean, my God, man. If 6 was 9, One Rainy Wish, Bold as Love, Spanish Castle Magic. Come on, man. Oh, God. That is just an unbelievable album. Of course, it's produced by Chaz Chandler. Very cool. Just a groundbreaking album. I love Hendrix. And I love this artwork, too. That, it kind of reminds me of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band. It just kind of has that feel to it. But I love that album. Fantastic. Okay, back in the VH camp once again. One of my all-time favorites for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, known as the Bleep album. Of course, Pound Cake, Run Around, Right Now, Top of the World, 316. I mean, it was just unbelievable, man. Just great album, produced by Andy Johns and Ted Templeman. If I'm not mistaken, when this album was being made, Sammy had some falling outs with Andy Johns, and he brought in Ted Templeman, to help complete the production of his vocal tracks. According to Sammy's book, Andy wiped out one of Sammy's vocal tracks, I guess because he was blitzed or something, and Sammy got pretty upset and brought in Ted Templeman to finish those vocal tracks. Interesting story. Another great album that I really love, Journey, Raised on Radio. I love this. I love this album. It is just amazing. You know, what can you say, man? Girl Can't Help It. I mean, there's just so many great songs. It could have been You, Happy to Give, Once You Love Somebody. Fantastic. And this album was produced by Steve Perry, believe it or not. Um, yeah, Steve Perry, man, the one and only, one of my favorite singers of all time, Steve Perry. I love his voice. Excuse me. And when this album came out, I really, really liked it. Still like it to this day. It's one of my favorite albums by the boss, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. I love this album. You know, of course, Born in the USA, Cover Me. It's got some great songs, man. Darlington County, I'm Going Down, Glory Days. I love that song. I remember that video on MTV. Of course, Dancing in the Dark. You know, when the young Courtney Cox got up on stage and danced in that video. That was cool. My Hometown. I'm on Fire. Downbound Train. It's just unbelievable album. Classic. That's my favorite Bruce Springsteen album of all time. I love this album. Because I remember when this album came out, I was, what was it, 84 when this came out? Yeah, 84. So I was 14. I was in ninth grade, getting ready to go into 10th grade, and heard these songs on the radio. And I remember back then I had the cassette version. Listened to it all the time on my little boom box or whatever while I'd be up in my room. So there you go. There's some of my favorite albums and New Guitar Day as well. Nice little combination. So that's going to wrap it up for me. I get ready to get out of here. I got to check about my load at the dairy, see if it's ready. Thank y'all for watching. Please check the links below for more information about me and my t-shirts if you'd like to do so. Thank you for stopping by. And this is Joe. And next time, we hope to see you again in the next video. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.